Greetings brothers and sisters from all over the world. We are broadcasting live our signal from the Super Lightworkers' secret location headquarters Trouth Marinodelfino YouTube channel worldwide. I am Super Bloke from Oxford, England. It is my pleasure to be part of this worldwide love resistance against the reptilian entities, Illuminati and hybrid bloodlines, rulers of this dark world they created.
Indeed, Super Bloke. Salute everybody. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Super Bronco Buster. I am from Nevada, United States of America. For now, we are the Reptilian Illuminati alien Greys love resistance of planet Earth.
Right on, Super Bronco Buster. We the Super Lightworkers resist the darkness using the most powerful force of the universe, which is the power of love.
Copy that, Super Bloke. Infinite love is the only truth. Everything else is illusion. Be aware. Things are not always as they seem. We are about to download to all of you awesome intel about the Reptilian, alien Greys, Illuminati hybrids connection. Now, open your mind and enjoy the light.
Right on, Super Bronco Buster. The reptilian aliens, which are called reptoids, are proportional in size to modern humans. They have a snake-like or lizard appearance. These are highly advanced entities but viewed as being of a negative, hostile or dangerous disposition, since they regard humans as a totally inferior race. They would perceive us much the way we would perceive a herd of cattle. The information about these creatures varies from source to source. Supposedly they consider Earth their ancient outpost and want to have complete control over it because their planet is becoming unable to adequately support life.
That is a 10 for Super Bloke. The so-called reptilians, or reptoids, is noted that there is no implication in these descriptors other than of intelligent, communicative persons. What distinguishes these reptilian extraterrestrials is their skin, which has small, fine scales, rather than smooth, their face, which has larger than human yellowish-green eyes with the starburst-shaped pupil, the eyes often oval, and an almost snout-like blunt process in the area of the nose and mouth, giving this type an almost dragon-like humanoid appearance.
100% affirmative, Super Bronco Buster. Another group of extraterrestrials, for convenience, I call the Jawas, after their resemblance to the creatures in the film Star Wars. This group is distinguished by their clothing. They wear hoods and robes, are generally short, 3 to 4.5 feet tall, and their faces are concealed by the shadows thrown by their hoods. Sometimes there is a much taller hooded and robed one on board the UFO, who often stands to the experience's left as he lies on the medical examining table.
This tall one appears to direct the procedures, and often is the one who telepathically communicates with the experiencer. A few experiencers have noted glowing eyes under the Jawas hoods. Other experiencers have reported that when they got a glimpse of the being whose face was shadowed by the hood, it was a type of gray. Still others saw neither glowing eyes nor grays under the hoods, but rather never could distinguish the features in the shadows of the hoods. There are often mixed-race crews on the UFOs. In such cases there could be Jawas or praying mantis types, or reptoids, or greys, joining in a coordinated effort in carrying out scientific or medical tasks.
Roger that, Super Bronco Buster. A few experiences have noted robot-like figures, whose movements and vibes, or rather lack thereof, strongly suggest that these are robots sent remotely by the extraterrestrials to observe, reconnoiter, and possibly retrieve objects. The robot-like figures appear to be relegated to the more impersonal tasks of information gathering and stealthy surveillance, without the risk to the extraterrestrials that they would otherwise run of possibly encountering hostile human responses.
Holy guacamole super bloke. Upon closer looking, the experiencer was able to see the actual non-human face of the extraterrestrial behind the mentally imposed human mask. Extraterrestrials are capable of producing screen memories, and what the abductee sees is not necessarily what is the true version of what has been seen. Few races today have actually remained as pure genetic stock, with the exception of two races that the Andromedans say are really genetically clean. That is the Reptilians from Alpha Draconis, and the other is what we call, or know as the Elohim, which are a very ancient race of humans that survived Lyra. All other races are a varied degree of hybrid or mixture of races of different genetic stock.
Holy cow, super Bronco buster. Draco Mothman. In the constellation of Draco, there is another race of entities which has in the past visited Earth. They are 8 foot tall, dark, nocturnal aliens who appeared around graveyards and parks. They have red eyes that glow in the dark and wings to fly. They are referred to by us as Mothman. They are also the source of legends of the past relating to gargoyles and valkyries. Even some qualities of vampires have been taken from the qualities of this creature, the ability to fly and nocturnal habits. The Mothman have no particular influence on Earth at this time other than as causing panic and a cause for curiosity. They are mostly hidden underground and do not wish to attract attention.
Right on super bloke. Holly ravioli super Bronco buster. The religious connections. The Vedas divide the beings of the universe into 3 basic classifications. The Bhutas, being that dwells in spiritual darkness. The person may be intellectually developed. The Bhuta are normally associated with nightmares, abductions and the taking of small children. They usually come around at night. The gray aliens who do abductions falls into this category. The Reptilians are also part of this group. They are usually not very physically attractive. Apparently long ago there was a visitation long ago by Bhutas called Wakshashas who were negative, powerful, aggressive beings.
The relationship between the Reptilians and the Greys. The most common encounter between humans and aliens appears to be with the beings called Greys. They are said to be about 4 feet tall and get their name from the color of their skin. They look insectoid in nature with large heads and large black eyes. They have limited facial features including a dot of a nose with a slit-eyed mouth. They have no visible reproductive organs. It is reported that they are subservient to the Reptilians and appear to be a worker technician class. Some people relate that they are cruel, others state that they appear benevolent.
Right on super bloke. In addition, they are supposedly here to ready us for our next step. The problem is that what the next step is varies from one source to another. Some say that they are here to infuse new life in their dying species through genetic manipulation with human DNA. Others say that they are here as a scouting type party for a full-scale invasion from the Reptilians. Another opinion is that they are here to help humans move to the next step of our evolutionary process.
According to the Andromedans, the Greys are training us to fight their war against the Draconians, one of their masters, when they get here, because they are going to use us as their soldiers. Just like when our military sends in the infantry and marines, those implanted will be the first ones on the beach, while the Greys sitting back on board their ships and wondering how the battle is going. They have chosen our world to be the battleground.
At the same time, they are still going about preparing the Earth for its new owners. Apparently, the Greys are going to make this attempt, but the inevitable truth is that the Reptilians from Alpha Draconis are on their way here now, and this has very serious implications for us. We have boxed ourselves into a corner, and the only way we can change the outcome is that we have to consciously become aware of what our world is really about, what's really going on here.
What is the percentage of abductions? According to Britain's highly respected UFO abduction researcher and retired police officer, Anthony Dodd, reports of greys comprise about 75 to 80 of alleged encounters, while Nordics, reptilians and praying mantis types round out the other 20 to 25.
The reptilians versus the renegade military. The renegade military intelligence units deliberately intimidate, physically abuse, and even gang rape the civilians they kidnap. The extraterrestrials do not. Although the Psychological Warfare Division of the renegade military intelligence units, and their dupes who swallow their propaganda, put out lurid false stories in UFO magazines, books and internet news groups about raping reptilians and other science fiction comic book fantasies.
Where do the reptilians live? California and New York City may prove that giant cavities exist in granite at depths of more than 11 miles, conclusions which have also been supported by Louis V. King, a mathematician who calculated that, at normal temperatures, a cavity would exist at a depth of between 17.2 and 20.9 miles. R.L. Blind Sanders, in an article titled Tunnels and Caverns Beneath New York City, which appeared in the fall 1981 issue of Chevertron, described the author's knowledge of a large triangular system of tunnels utilized by a Masonic lodge deep below the surface of New York City. There is in fact evidence that Dorded dynamite shut the lower level of Kinsabi Cave in Cockow Eve Peak, and there are present-day attempts to break through into this underground system.
Copy that Super Bloke, Asia, or Gartians, a group of Nordic humans who, sources claim, discovered a vast system of caverns below the region of the Gobi Desert and surrounding areas thousands of years ago, and have since established a thriving kingdom within, one which has been interacting with other planetary systems up until current times. Vast cavern systems below Tibet allegedly link the Agharti systems of Central Asia to Snake World, a multi-leveled cavern system under the southwestern slopes of the Himalayas where the Nagas dwell. According to Hindu legend, here a serpent cult of human and reptilian collaborators dwells, one which is said to have had contact with the Nazi Thal Society during World War II. Long ago, an Asian prince is said to have led several militant followers, warrior monks, into the caves and came in conflict with this serpent cult. Following the conflict, the reptilians' forces were driven out. However, in recent centuries they have regained some ground.
A prediction for the future from the House of David. Between now and 2012 AD, our planet will have a 70-degree pole shift. Saudi Arabia will become the new North Pole. In the next 10 years, these are the changes we'll be witness to. We will all become telepathic. The Andromedan Council has ordered all extraterrestrial presences on the planet, in the planet, and on the moon to be completely out of our space. They want everything that's set, benevolent or not, off the planet. This will be very interesting since there are over 1,833 reptilians living in our planet and over 18,000 greys living underground and on the moon. The Council would like to see how we will live with each other when we are not being manipulated by it, as we have been for the last 5,723 years.
All this intel we just gave you is really awesome, brothers and sisters, light workers.
That is absolutely a 10-4 Super Bronco Buster.
Love.
Peace.
Light.
Abundance.
This transmission is over.
Good.
Bye.